Good evening, villagers. How you doing?
Hey guys.
Hey, we are trying to go live now, simply because we want to get it in before everyone falls asleep.
It's our daily dose.
Yeah, we're tired ourselves here, so it's been a long day. We're still decorating. We've been decorating on and off all day.
More on than off.
Yeah, more on than off. But we've got 4 trees done today, so that's a good thing.
Yep.
And we've been unpacking ornaments for another tree. And this is the big one, one of the big ones that we do. So this is the Disney tree. It's got 1,000 ornaments that we're working on right now.
So many ornaments.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see what's going on tonight. How are y'all doing? Have you been having a good Saturday? I hope so. But
I'm tired, but we still have some more unpacking to do. Let's get to this.
yeah, let's go ahead and let's get going with this.
Okay,
So
this is your daily dose.
It is October 26th, 2019. I'm Arnie.
And I'm Ben.
And this is your daily dose of Disney for October 26th. So let's go ahead and start. Let's go back in history a bit. This is in 1935, Disney Silly Symphony cartoon premiered The Three Orphan Kittens. It won an Academy Award for Best Cartoon that year and inspired a sequel called More Kittens.
She's just like cats.
Yeah.
Hi, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
Mike.
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Hey, it is our dream.
How you doing? Good to have you here. I talked with Danny at Two Real Geeks. He said that he and Jess were taking the night off. They asked us to go ahead and say, hey, yeah, go ahead, use our time slot to do your daily dose. So I thought, okay, it won't be as long, of course. It's only going to be about 10, 15 minutes, as usual. But that's usually what the daily dose is, so not a problem. Let's see.
But we wish Danny and Jess well. They're just taking some me time, which totally understand. It's very necessary. Especially as a married couple, they need to focus on each other.
Absolutely. It's always important to do that.
Yep.
So hope you're all having a good time. Let's see. Who's else here in the chat? Stacy. Oh, Steve is eating McRib in the ballerina costume. Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's Halloween. That's acceptable. Halloween weekend. There's going to be a lot of craziness going on this weekend.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're
Thanks, Mike.
We're staying in. Fortunately, we are in a house here. Hey, the Plush King. Our home is not in the zone that's losing power this weekend, although there are tens of thousands of homes here in the Bay Area where the power is going to be turned off because of the raging fires and the windstorm.
Actually, it's well over 1 million customers that are being shut down here in Northern California, over 36 counties. It's unheard of.
Yeah. And we are expecting gusts of wind in certain areas of up to 80 miles an hour. You know, that's hurricane force winds in some cases. So we're really concerned about that. But fortunately, we can continue on with what we're doing here without losing power.
Yep.
There's not really much that happened. Let's see. Oh, no. But thank you so much, Plush King. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are being evacuated right now in much larger zones than they were anticipating. And a lot of structures could be lost at the really, really fast moving wildfires here in Northern California.
Yeah. So in my research that I was doing, I could not find much in the world of Disney today. So I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and get some of this stuff down. So I've got my iPad here with my notes here. On this day, October 26th in 1986, Donald Duck is shown for the first time. Hi, Jellies, how you doing? Donald Duck was shown for the first time in the People's Republic of China. Chinese television launched a weekly half hour of old Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Wow. That was groundbreaking for the 80s in China.
1986, and of course now, 30 years later, they had Shanghai Disneyland. So China really embraced Disney characters.
Yes, they did.
In 1997, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad airs on the Disney Channel. And that's just 4 days after it was announced that the Mr. Toad attraction was going to be closing in Florida at the Magic Kingdom.
That's a crime.
Yeah.
That is a true crime.
Your friend Sean still mourns the loss of that attraction.
Yep. Yeah. While we were unboxing ornaments today, we came across a toy from Disneyland that was a replica of one of the cars that Mr. Toad
You
tried.
should go grab it.
Yeah, I should go grab it.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Ben will be right back. He's going to go show you. We're going to do a little show and tell here. The Disney tree in the living room is 7.5 feet tall, 1,700 lights. It rotates. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, you know what? The thing is that the cutoff zone for energy is just a few blocks in one direction, so we're really close to having everything done. So, hello, Queen Rosie. So anyway, our tree, the Disney tree, has some unorthodox ornaments, and one of those happens to just be a toy. It's not an ornament per se, but it's a toy from Disneyland for Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. And the thing is that when we do these things, we like to decorate the tree with various things. So this happens to be one of those things that we use. And yes, so
Rosie.
So yeah, that was the Mr. Toad attraction in Fantasyland at Magic Kingdom. It was 4 days after it was announced. They showed the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, of course. That was just because it was Halloween season. So, oh yeah, that's right, Jeff. Your wife's down here stuck in miserable Pittsburgh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you had a nice video, a nice stream this morning. So showing a lot of pins. It was really cool.
Yep.
Also in 1997, ABC TV, The Wonderful World of Disney, aired a movie for the very first time, The Tower of Terror. Now, I understand this is not a very good film. It starred Steve Guttenberg and Kristen Dunst. But
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either, but I understand it's a terrible film. I'm looking forward to seeing it when it shows on Disney Plus.
Is it going to be on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Well, it's Steve Guttenberg. How good could it be?
Oh, well, I like 3 Men and a Baby.
Yeah, he was the forgettable one.
Yeah.
They had Ted Danson and Blue Bloods, Magnum P.I.,
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck. Thank you.
It seems that he was the forgettable one.
Sorry. Sorry, Tom.
Oh, see, Desert Dream has seen it. Not too bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's good to know. Gosh, a touring exhibition of design art called Designing Disney's Theme Parks was on display at the Walker Art Center in Minneapolis on this day in 1997.
That was a busy day in 97.
Yes, it was. It was. But like I said, there's really not much I could find. Now, on this day in 2000, Disneyland did something called Disney Villain Divas Enchanted Evening. That was 19 years ago tonight. It was limited to only 500 people. And in 2000, that ticket was $150 per person.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And we were complaining about the $300 ticket price for the Haunted Mansion event.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's comparable.
Wow.
But at that point, you could meet creators and artists of the merchandise, and it was a commemorative gift that you received. It was a huge meal that you got as well that was included in the price.
That's still a lot of money.
Yeah, $150
For one
20
night.
years ago, that's a lot of money. On this day in 2001, it was announced that the Walt Disney Company was going to start a huge promotional campaign. Now, of course, you remember on this day, in 2001, just like almost 2 months prior were the attacks on our country.
Right.
And so tourism came to a screeching halt. Airplanes were not flying with full passenger counts, nothing like that. So Walt Disney World decided to do something about it, and they started a major campaign for promoting the parks.
They kind of had to because they were leading up to a celebration that was going to be 100 years of Walt Disney. So they had to do something to try and jumpstart attendance at their parks.
Yeah. And then also on that day, the same thing happened. They announced that Walt Disney World guests, instead of receiving a copy of the Orlando Sentinel on a daily basis, they would be receiving USA Today
Oh,
for their rooms.
that's, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when people actually read newspapers.
Yeah. Yeah. So in the tweet that I sent out on Instagram, the thumbnail for this particular video was The Princess and the Frog. I did that because on this day they started a new live production aboard the Liberty Bell Riverboat in Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. It was called Tiana's Showboat Jubilee. And that was, of course, because of the movie that was going to be coming up. It was released in 2009.
Cool.
I remember that day. I remember seeing that movie during the day very well. I just lost my job with the phone company that week, and I thought, you know what? I need some joy in my life. I'm going to go see a Disney movie. So The Princess and the Frog did the trick.
Okay.
Yeah. So hence Tiana being on the Daily Dose thumbnail today.
Okay.
Okay. And then in 2011, Disney's Animal Kingdom celebrated the Year of the Bat at Conservation Station.
I hate bats.
I'm not a big fan either.
We went on a choir tour back in the early 80s, and in 1983, we wound up on the island of Tonga. We had a bus that drove right through an area of trees that had looked like black low-hanging fruit.
Oh,
but
Texas Raider, thanks for joining.
But it wasn't black fruit. It was flying foxes.
Yeah.
Which were very large bats, and it was terrifying.
Yeah, and then just at dusk, as the sun went down and the moon was coming up, of course they start flying around.
Ugh.
They left us alone. They weren't interested in us.
Yeah.
But that was about it. So
Yeah. But still, bats, ugh.
yeah, Tonga was an interesting place. We experienced quite a bit of wildlife.
Yeah.
Including spiders.
There weren't many places to eat. Those of us who were hungry because we weren't getting properly fed by our hosts, we had to go to a cafe at a hotel called the International Dateline Hotel.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my shirt?
Yeah, Danny, this shirt is...
This is a salute. This is my Oaklandish shirt, which is a salute to Children's Fairyland. Children's Fairyland. Hey, Amy. Children's Fairyland is a small park on the edge of Lake Merritt in downtown Oakland. And back in the early 50s, Walt Disney visited Children's Fairyland to get ideas on how to lay out Disneyland. And the font here on my shirt is a tribute to Children's Fairyland. It says California and Oakland, but it really should say Children's Fairyland.
Yeah.
Look it up online and you'll see the exact same font.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you go to their website, there will be a story there, and it talks a little bit about Walt Disney visiting Fairyland. So it's a cute little park. We took our little great nephew there. As a matter of fact, that was a requirement.
Yeah. In order to go to that park, you have to have a child with you. I think it's to discourage any type of bullying or stalking or any type of really undesirable people hanging out in the park with children.
Yeah, so we had to have a child with us. My niece graciously let us, came with her son, Alex, and we had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Danny.
Yeah.
I love my shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it too.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think it's going to be time for some dessert. We had dinner earlier.
Yep.
And we're going to have some pie.
Pie.
And there's a reason we're going to have some pie, but you'll learn a little bit more about that a little later next week.
Yep.
On Life with Ben.
Yep.
So you guys should write a book.
What kind of book would we write?
Yeah, what kind of book? What kind of book would you want?
No way. No. No, it's difficult enough for me to even try and come up with content for a vlog and to do a live stream on a weekly basis than to have to write a book too? Please. Ask Megan, my niece, to write a book. She was an English major.
Yeah, anyone, next time you see her in the stream when we're here and she's chatting along, tell her to write a book because we want her to write a book.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's very talented.
Yep.
So, okay, I think we're going to go get some pie.
Yeah, but let's tell them what's going on tomorrow.
What is going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow we are going to be interviewed on the Disney Nerd Herders channel.
Yeah, that's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. So make sure you tune in to Disney Nerd Herders tomorrow.
Danny, if she were to write a book about us, dear Lord, I don't know if anyone would buy that.
A Disney knowledge transfer book. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, we do have some stories. We've also done a lot of reading too. So a lot of reading comes from reading those, just reading a lot of books. We just, a lot of like Dennis Koenig, those kinds of books.
Yeah, but the thing is that if you saw my latest episode of Life with Ben, you would know that I retain senseless information, and a lot of that information happens to be Disney related. So if I'm spouting out something, it's probably because I read it and chose to keep it in my head vault. and then it comes out like vomit out of my mouth. If anyone wants to listen to it, that's their business. I feel like I'm boring people sometimes.
It does spew forth sometimes.
Yeah.
So I mean, it happens with me too. I mean, sometimes I'll just be talking and all of a sudden 10 minutes is gone and people are saying, where did the time go?
Yeah. And with me listening to him, sometimes it's much longer than 10 minutes.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Anytime. I'm here all week.
Okay, everyone, we're going to go get some pie. It's time for dessert for us. And then, let's see. Ben, I can listen to you all day.
Oh, dear.
All day long.
Danny, you are a desperate man for entertainment.
Hey, Amanda. Thank you so much for being here.
Rosie, thank you so much.
Thank you,
we
Rosie.
appreciate that.
Thank you. And Amy saying good night and enjoy the pie.
Oh, we will definitely enjoy the pie. And
Definitely.
so will you later on. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, later.
Yep.
But you'll learn about that later on next week. Oh, good. There's Charlie's just stopping by. Just got back from poker. And get this. Yeah, that's right. Charlie, thank you for being here. Again, we're going to be on Charlie's channel tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Charlie's going to be interviewing Doug, Ben, and me.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I'm kind of a little nervous about the questions because he's really good with questions. Charlie comes up with some really good stuff.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, Charlie, bring it on. We're ready to answer some questions.
Stop it. Charlie, be kind. I'm begging you, be kind.
Okay, everyone, we're going to go eat some pie now. Everyone, have a magical evening, and we'll be back tomorrow with another episode of the Daily Dose of Disney. So, everyone, have a good evening. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Bye.